Hey folks, Gray Hair Dave here. We're going to start the show here in just a second. Today we're going to talk about a party I went to last night. Then we're going to talk about some AI stuff and what I do with it, and what I think about it. So buckle up, here we go.
Welcome to 5 Minutes with Grey Hair Dave. He has grey hair and he has a grey beard. And he also wears glasses, like the guy in the artwork. Oh, and the guy in the artwork is better looking. Now, tariff free. Here is Grey Hair Dave.
Well, yes indeed, folks. Welcome back to another episode of 5 Minutes of Gray Hair Dave. Hope you like the 11 Labs intro. I do. I think it's pretty good. Don't forget, if you go to 11labs.io, there's an affiliate link that'll be in the show notes. If you go there, use that link, and if you sign up or you use it, I'll get a little money back on the affiliate link, and that'll help go towards the costs of this show here. So, how have you been? I hope that if you're in the United States, that you're staying warm. I know that right now, most of the country is cold as can be. Right here in Central Florida right now, it's 61. But when I got up this morning at 6:30, it was 33 degrees outside. And it's supposed to not get real warm tomorrow, but for the next 4, 5, 6 days, it's going to be really cold. And they're saying Sunday, it's going to go down into the 20s overnight. Well, for people like me whose blood has thinned since they moved down here, that's cold. I don't know. 20 is below zero in Celsius, I'm sure. I could look that up for you, but that's homework for you, not for me. So how are you? I wanted to take this little bit of time in the very beginning here to tell you about what I did last night. So I have mentioned that I celebrated my 10-year anniversary with Disney back in October, and that they have a party every year for milestone anniversaries, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, and 50. Well, last night was Disney's party for us to celebrate us. And it's called Celebrate You, for what we do and for being here this long. And I tell you what, I don't care what you say about Disney. They know how to do it right. It was phenomenal what happened last night. That's all I can say. Food galore. There were drinks galore. There was music galore. We went, our rope drop was at 7:30, and there was a bunch of us, a bunch of us, standing in there at waiting for the rope to drop. And they've got people standing on small stages on the left and right hand side of Main Street, USA, talking with us, telling us what's going on, and having a just phenomenal time. I can't say enough about it. I'm sorry, but I know that I sound like a fanboy here, but I am. I felt so proud of what we were doing last night, and the fact that I had been here that long, and this party was really nice. And I was able to take a guest, and I took my niece, the one who lives down here, who is a Disney fan. I took her with me, and we had a phenomenal time. I just cannot say enough about what's going on there. And then they had to tear it all down and get ready for today. And it went till midnight last night. We left, and it was cold last night, folks. When I left the house, it was in the 40s. But because there was enough people and there was no breeze, and we were all surrounded by buildings, at Magic Kingdom, didn't really feel it till about 10:30 when it had dropped about 10 degrees from when we had gone on to the Pirates of the Caribbean ride, which was the last ride we took of the night. But it was fun. I'd go into more detail, but I really don't think I should at this point, because it's not something everybody gets to see. You know, if you aren't a cast member and you're not there that long, you don't get to see those things. And I feel bad for those that don't. But I was very, very happy, and I thought about it last night. I was talking with my niece. I said, I was going to quit in a couple of years and retire. I'm thinking 15 years. I go to one more party, and then maybe, because 5 years from now is not that long, really. I'd still be halfway mentally okay, I guess. I don't know. Anyways, we'll see what happens there. What's going on in your life, folks? I'm curious to know. Nobody ever texts me. There is one person or somebody who texts me in a language that I can't translate for some reason. Don't know what you're asking for, or what you're trying to say, but I can't figure it out. And to get a hold of me and contact me and tell me what's going on in your life, just go to 5minuteswithgrayhairdave.com. That's the number 5, minuteswithgrayhairdave.com. And you can either go to the contact me page and leave me a note, or you can use the little microphone in the bottom right-hand corner. Leave me a voicemail. And I will return your email or your voicemail response, and I'll talk with you about it. I'd love to hear what you'd like to hear about. So let's change subjects and let's go into what I want to call AI is here and it ain't going anywhere. And you might as well get used to it and get on board. Apple has just dropped today. Today is the 28th of January. Their Creator Studio, which has a bunch of apps in it. It's got all their regular apps, their iWork apps, Pages, Numbers, Keynote, and there's a note-taking app. I can't remember the name off the top of my head. Plus, there's Logic Pro. There's also Final Cut Pro. There's 3 other ones that are brand new to me. I'm going to get it, and I'm going to try it out, and I'm going to let you know what I think about it. But AI is in all of that. If you get the subscriptions, you get use of the AI products that they've included in those programs. If you stay on the old program you had, it'll still get updates. It just won't get all the features that the subscription has. Is that fair? I don't know. I only own one of them, and that's Logic Pro. So I'm not losing anything there. I've already paid for it. I've gotten my money's worth out of it. I'm recording on it now. I haven't bought the products yet to upgrade, so I wanted to get this out of the way first. And the reason this is late is I wanted to talk to you about the party last night. But I like what I'm seeing of it. I just going to go play with it later on tonight. And it also will work on my iPad, which will be fantastic, right? So I use my iPad a lot for a lot of things, folks. But speaking of AI, I told you about the new the new Zoom PodTrack P4 Next that I bought. Now, this is a audio interface that can have up to 4 mics attached to it, or 3 mics and a phone. And you can do the phone either by hooking it into it or by Bluetooth if you buy the extra added adapter. But this PodTrack P4 Next has AI built into it also. It has a noise canceling aspect to it, where it's a button that says AI noise reduction. So what it'll do is you hit the button and you just be quiet for as long as it takes, usually 10 or 15 seconds. And it will, through AI, take out the background noise. Like if you have a fan running or right now there's a washing machine down the hall that's working and you can't hear it. And if you do, something's wrong. But it takes that background noise out. It also has the ability to, it's got a compressor on it, and it's also got an equalizer on it. So this has cut down on my editing time because I don't have to go in and EQ it when I'm done, when I'm editing. I don't have to go in and compress it so that it's not, what compression does, in case you don't know, is it takes the highs out and it takes the lows out, and it kind of brings it all down into one more uniform or equal waveform that is being recorded, so that you're not getting the jumps in volume, and the volume is so low you can't hear anything. That's what compression is doing basically. And that's a lot more complicated than that. So about the only thing I'll go in and do is I may do some de-essing to get some of that out. And I'll do the normal edits where I'll cut out the ums and ahs, or if I've got a pregnant pause or something like that, which I don't. But last week when I did this, I noticed, I'm going, well, gee, I got ready to, I'm listening to it and I'm trying to EQ it. I'm going, I turned the EQ on, and I've got 5 settings in there, 5 presets. I tried each one and it just made it worse. I'm going, what's going on? And then I looked back at my PodTrack P4 Next, and I went, oh yeah, I've already equalized it. I've already compressed it. I didn't need to do it. It's cut down a good 5 or 6, maybe 10 minutes of my editing time. Like boom, zippity-da-doo-da, out it goes, And if I don't make any mistakes during the recording, it's just going to go out. So AI is everywhere. Hey folks, it's Gray Hair Dave, just popping in to say, hey, I have a new merchandise shop. That's right. If you go to my website, 5minuteswithgrayhairdave.com, and you click on the merchandise tab, it'll take you to a page that says, click here for merchandise. And then it's got a little photo of some of the items that I do have in the shop. I hope that you do go there. I hope you do look at it. And if you are so inclined, I hope you do buy something. If you do, I will make some money on this, because this is something that I am adding to all of my websites so that I can make a little extra money and help out with the costs of this program and all my programs that I do. But anyways, thanks for listening, and I will talk to you again soon. Don't forget, 5minuteswithgrayhairdave.com. Go to the merchandise page. Thanks. Bye. I heard a guy who I do respect, Dave Jackson. He's the School of Podcasting. He's also on Ask the Podcast Coach. He's got a bunch more, but I heard him on both those talk about AI, and he calls it always increasing, meaning the price. So if you have a program that you were using, and let's say you were paying $10 a month for it, or you bought it for $10, if they add AI, that price is going to increase because of the AI. I like the way I like to call it, and what was it? The words I was using? An assisted, I use AI as an assistant. She's kind of like a virtual assistant. I call her because I don't know. I like to. But anyways, that's what's going on here. I wanted to talk to you about a couple other little things before we go. If you know somebody who wants to start a podcast, if you've been thinking about starting a podcast, go to boomerpodcasters.com. Leave me a message either on the contact me page or on the little microphone in the bottom right-hand corner. Send me a message. Let me know that's something you're thinking about doing. I'd be glad to help you out. Also, folks, if you know somebody who doesn't know what a podcast is, doesn't know where to find them, doesn't know what genres are out there, do me a favor. Take their phone from them, show them exactly where it is, show them where the follow me buttons are. Use 5 minutes of gray hair Dave as the example. Find me, have them follow me. Be a great way for me to get a little bit more exposure, for them to have more fun. Also, folks, if you're out and about today, you see somebody you don't know, and they're doing a great job somewhere, smile at them, wave, tell them thank you for being here. It's one of the things I learned last night, is to say thank you for being here. Now, I've said that for years, but it doesn't hurt to be repeated. Thank you for being here. And thank you for being here listening to me. So until next time, I will see you and talk to you again. Bye-bye.